Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hi guys, my name is Jeff at TradeWinds RV Center here in Clio. I'm going to be doing your video walkthrough on your 2021 Catalina Legacy Edition. Just kind of start on the outside here. You did purchase a convenience pack, which consists of this, which will be for your hitching, your water pressure regulator. Whatever hose you guys have, I would recommend just using this on it all the time. This will connect to your city water. Basically just regulate your water pressure to about 40-41 psi. You don't really want to just hook up a water hose to it. You can blow out your water lines. It does also come with a 30 amp adapter. That way you can plug into 110. And this is the sewer hose they give you. It's not the best sewer hose in the world. So I would highly recommend maybe going into the store and using your 10% that you get on day of purchase. And it just goes all the way through, an extension to the other side. You do have your stabilizer jacks, only for stabilizing, not for leveling. Either level with the front. You might have to back onto some blocks. Once you're level on that point, then bring the stabilizer jacks just firm to the ground, just for stabilization, so you're not rocking back and forth. 2 20-pound propane tanks. These are completely filled for you and you're ready to go. You just turn them on. You will have to change this over to draw off one of the other tanks. Brand new 24 interstate battery. If you're not using the trailer for a long period of time, I would recommend probably disconnecting the battery. The reason I say that is because you do have a carbon monoxide detector inside that runs strictly off a 12 volt. So it doesn't take long to draw from the battery and eventually kill the carbon monoxide detector. That's your power tongue jack. This is going to be all your information, your VIN, your weight, tire pressure, all that information is going to be right there. Outside shower. It's going to be your city water connection. So if you're at a park with full hookup, that's where you would hook up with that water pressure regulator on the hose. This is your black tank flush. Still using that water pressure regulator. You can hook up to there, turn on the water. Make sure that your sewer hose is hooked up. Open up the black side, and you have a mechanism inside that's going to clean off the walls, just clean all the nasty stuff out of there, and it'll drain as it's doing it. You just want to make sure that you have the black tank open, otherwise it will fill up through the tank and come up through the toilet, and you don't want that. When you do hook up to the dump station, that's where your sewer hose is going to go. The other end is going to go into the ground. I always pull the black first, then pull the gray, just to clean out your sewer hose. Your wiper seals and your bulb seal. We do have lube in the store. I highly recommend doing that a few times a year. I always spray the outside, usually lift up behind here, spray it back there, open and close the slide a couple times. You do also have one on the top of the roof. This is your power cord, roughly anywhere from 20 to 25 feet long. That's where you would hook up your 30 amp adapter if you need to plug into 110. Option for cable satellite. Option for backup camera. Access to the back of the refrigerator. I would probably open that up a couple times a season as well. Vacuum it out, just make sure it gets cleaned out. You can get screens for all this stuff as well. Same with your furnace exhaust, you can get screens for that. Just kind of keeps the mud daubers and wasp out. Spare tire. This is going to be your freshwater connection, so if you're going to a park and it doesn't have city water hookup, you'll probably pull into the park. There will be a dump station with water fill. That's where you would fill up, strictly using the water pump. Outside refrigerator. This is your water heater. So basically what you'd want to do, stick your anal rod inside, screw it in. You'd hook up to your city water connection. Once you turn it on, this will start filling up with water, but build up pressure. So you want to relieve the pressure by lifting this up. Eventually water will come out right here. Once that happens, you know it's filled, and you can light it up, either from inside, just from a push of a button. And you do also have the on-off switch right there, which will be for the electric side. This is gas and electric. You have some low point drains there. You won't really have to worry about those until you go to winterize. And that's going to be your fresh water drain. And this is the cap for it that I usually just keep right here in the water heater. That way I know where it's at. This is your power awning. That will dump all by itself if it's filled with water. If it's raining too hard or too windy, I would recommend just leaving it in anyway. Otherwise, you're just dealing with insurance. And that's fully extended right there. When that flaps at 90 degrees, that's where I stop. And that's all push of a button from inside as well. 110. Another place for your cable. These are your stairs. The way those go in, you just want to make sure the door is all the way open. And it just clicks into place. It just sits right in the door. And bring them down. Just like that. Going in. You do have your fire extinguisher right there. Your radio, DVD, CD, Bluetooth. It does have zones, so you can play inside or outside, or both, whatever you prefer. You have your fireplace. This is your TV. This is your connection to the cable. You can run off an air cable. You have a little green light right there. If you push this button, it goes out. You want to make sure that light's on. When you go to program any of your TV channels, that's basically an antenna booster. You should, depending on where you're at, get anywhere from 18 to 20 channels. That guy right there is going to be your carbon monoxide detector. So that's what basically runs off of your 12 volt. So if you're not using it, that's when I would recommend disconnecting the battery, because that little guy will drain the battery, and eventually that will start beeping like crazy and then eventually die. This is your monitor panel. This will tell you all your levels. This is going to be for your water heater. For the gas side of it, you'll have to turn on the electric side of it outside. This is going to be your water pump. Interior lights. So basically anything that didn't just shut off now, you will manually have to shut off if there's not a switch to it. And your exterior lights, which will be your running lights. And you have your slide and your awning. This is your stove and oven. Everything is spark just by this knob right here. That will control these 3 burners right here, or knobs will control the burners on top. When you go to light the oven, you will have to go like hold that in on pilot and let it light up at the coupler and let it warm up for a minute. Then I let off and it usually lights right up. This is going to be where all your fuses and your breakers are. I would definitely keep some fuses on hand. It looks like mostly 15s and a couple 40s there. When one of those fuses blow, you will have a red light that shines next to it, so it makes it really easy for you to know which one it is. This is your refrigerator, gas and electric. When you unplug it, will switch over to gas. You just want to make sure your propane's on. Your freezer will get cold a lot faster than the refrigerator. You're talking probably 2 hours for the freezer, anywhere from 8.5 to 10 hours for the fridge to get to its potential temperature. So if you're planning a camping trip, I would definitely plug it in the night before. This is access to the back of your water heater. You notice you have 2 valves. You have one on the top, one on the bottom. Right now you're ready to go camping. Everything's bypassed and ready for you. All you have to do, if you go to winterize it, you will have to bypass those valves and turn it over like that, and that'll close it. That way nothing can get into the water heater. And they only turn one way, so it's pretty easy. Then you have a couple valves on your water pump, and this will be your winterizing hose. That's your bathroom. You will have a GFI plug in here, just like the one at home in your bathroom probably. So if you have no power to some of your plugs, that is probably going to be the reason why. That's your thermostat, pretty basic. And then your bedroom. You have a switch here for the lights. Once again, anything that didn't shut off, you will manually have to either turn on or shut off. Couch turns into a bed. Table as well. Table just lifts off the poles. Rest on the wood on the benches. The cushions make up the mattress.